Hello and welcome once again. I'm Steel Walrus, you are awesome, and if this is your first time on the channel, we do a lot of MMO, strategy, and survival content on the daily, and we are trying out Star Trek Online. I've played it a fair amount over the years, but it's been a while, and I want to see if it still holds up in 2024. So, one of the first things you'll notice when you create a character is that there's several different factions to choose from. 3 of them happen to be Starfleet. So you've got Starfleet, which is post-Dominion War Starfleet. You've got the Dominion, obviously post-Dominion War Dominion. KDF, same thing. Which the Klingons, you can play Klingon, I think Orions and a couple other species. You've got original series Starfleet, which is Andorians and humans, Tellarites, and Vulcans, of course. You can play Romulans, which is pretty cool. And this is post-Hobus Incident, so if you don't know what Hobus Incident is, well, first of all, and actually, I guess it is something that happens off-screen unless you watch the movies, that's the Romulan home system star blowing up, I think. Regardless, they lost their homeworld out of it. Anyhow, so we're going to look into joining one of these factions, and I think we're going to go with the original series Starfleet. It's always my favorite to start with, because I love that aesthetic the most. And if you're wondering how do all of these different timelines work together, don't worry about it. The game will explain it. We're going to start off a character here. We're going to go with human. And we're probably going to go with female, because I typically make female characters, because that's fun. Now, you may wonder what's going on here, engineering, science, and tactical. So that affects some of the powers and buffs your character and crew end up with. Tactical is going to be more direct damage. Science is going to be a little bit more control stuff, controls, hacks, buffs, and stuff like that. And then engineer is going to be more tanking and repair and healing kind of things. So it kind of follows a logical progression, like you would guess. Also, we have Star Trek Online soundtrack, which is a whole mood, honestly. I don't know what to make of it sometimes, but it's got heart. Anyhow, I'm going to make our character up, and then once I get done, I'll probably just speed through this, like 5 times or 10 times speed, so you guys can see what I'm doing. But I don't want you to sit here for 20 minutes while I figure out what hair color I want my character to have. So before I finalize, I'd like to point out that there are a lot of things you can do with these characters. You can really get in here and just go absolutely nuts with the advanced options. However, I don't see a whole lot of reason to do that myself. Let's go ahead and click next, and let's figure out a name. Alright, so now that I've probably sped through that, you can actually give your character a full formal name. You can name your initial ship. It's pretty great. Then you hit the button, engage. And since this is more of a first impressions video, we're going to hit up the tutorial.
Captain's
There's our
log,
original ship.
Stardate 6147.4. We're orbiting planet Taurus 2 in the Murasaki 312 Nebula. Our orders: investigate the disappearance of a science vessel in this area. Search and rescue operations are about to commence.
the interaction key, default F, to talk with them.
Okay, so that's telling me about traits. So you have ground traits and starship traits and all this other stuff.
To move, use the W, A, S, and D keys. To look around, hold down the right mouse button and move your mouse.
Cool. Okay, and this guy is Air Force to interact with. I actually do want to... I'll worry about the traits here in a minute.
We've located the wreckage of a crashed ship down there. I need to get boots on the ground. Find out what's going on. Take a landing party down to the surface. Assess the situation and look for survivors. Not so fast. We can't use the transporters due to atmospheric interference. We'll need to take a shuttlecraft down. Use the sensors to locate a safe landing site.
Alright. And we got the mini-map over there, which is a little small. I wonder if there's some UI scaling we can do. Rearrange HUD, maybe? I don't see anything that... Okay, it's a little better. I'm sure there's a UI scale option somewhere. Okay, yeah, no, I cannot see that HUD. Graphics. We'll see if going full screen helps. Actually, yes. Partially because it's in 1440. Okay, there we go. Cool. Now I can see my screen. Aren't you glad you got to watch that whole thing?
Did you find a suitable landing area?
Yes, sir. It's a good-sized clearing close to the crash.
Excellent. I've assigned Ensign Mears to your landing party. She's been to Taurus 2 before. Her insight will be quite valuable. Meet up with her and the others in the shuttle bay.
Your current tasks will be displayed here.
Cool, alright. Oh. A real enthusiastic to get in the elevator there. Ensign Tarsi.
Ensign Tarsi, reporting for duty. The captain's asked me to make sure you get back in one piece. And
Gotta
I
love the
intend to
voice
do
acting.
just that. Let's see. M-class planet? Barely. The Tarians are big, primitive, and quick to anger. I'd keep my phaser handy if I were you. Speaking of which, if you want to follow me to the armory, we can make sure your phaser is properly calibrated.
Actually going to bring the audio.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Down a little bit, and then... bring my own... Oh, heavens. Okay, that should be better, right? I don't mind the voice volume being kind of high.
Interactable items have a glow around.
Yep. Right, I am... Phaser pistol. I think H. Yep. Alright, click on the targets and do a little shooty shoot.
Good job, Lieutenant.
Cool.
That should be enough, unless you want more practice.
Saying I need more practice there, Hanson? Okay. Off we go to the shuttle bay. Be down around this way. It's pretty cool seeing, Also, this game has its issues, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they do a good job keeping the, the aesthetic.
Ensign Mears reporting as ordered. I'm ready when you are. Though I can't say I'm happy to see Taurus 2 again. I was one of the so-called Galileo 7, a science team sent to study the Murasaki effect. Our shuttle crashed on Taurus 2. Not all of us made it back to the Enterprise alive. Thank you. You can see why I'm reluctant to return to such a place. Yes, of course you're right, Lieutenant. I am a Starfleet officer, and I will perform my duties. You can count on me.
So let me alt-tab real quick.
Congratulations.
Get on the ship. And we leveled up. And every time you level up, Spock tells you congratulations. It's great. Okay, so... Erg. Very easy to accidentally yeet yourself forward, I guess. Trying to find that, Right, there you are. That was a kilo key, by the way.
Ugh. It's just as grim as I remember it here. My skin is crawling. I can't help but feel like the creatures are out there, watching us, waiting to attack.
Stay alert. They very well could be.
Okay. It appears the ship crashed somewhere north of here. There are 2 paths from here that lead to the crash site, and there may be survivors on both. I recommend you take Alpha Team along the northwestern path, and I'll take Beta to the northeast. We'll rendezvous at the main crash site.
Sounds good. See you there. Alright, so I'm going to take my
your
little team.
minimap shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the minimap if you are far away from your objective. To sprint, tap the shift key while moving.
Is that a warp nacelle? Whoa. Big.
Indeed.
Definitely Federation tech here. What's left of a shuttlecraft's coolant assembly, according to my tricorder.
Alright.
There's your crashed shuttle. What's left of it, anyway. Look, someone's over there. I think they're hurt. Lieutenant, you won't be able to get close enough to revive him while that thing's venting plasma. Those valves should shut down the vents, though.
Right. Gotta shut off the vents here. Where's the other, Aha.
Thank you. We need to move. Those things, they're out there.
What things? Where? We're about to see what things. Uh-oh.
Flores! Look out!
That's what you get for wearing a red shirt.
What do they feed these things? Never mind!
Very exciting. Much combat, wow. I will say the ground combat is fine in the game. It's an early MMO. Like, it's not going to be groundbreaking. The spaceship combat has always been very good, though.
I'm Dr. Phineas Grogan, part of a research team studying the Murasaki effect. Well, I was before the ship crashed. I was looking for supplies when that thing roared. Got distracted, and then that plasma coil blew. Damn near killed me. You're telling me we should get those supplies back to camp. Dr. Mueller's probably worried sick about it by now.
Alright. Grab the supplies and follow the survivor.
Am I glad to see you? We thought we were stranded here with those monsters. Those supplies you brought will come in handy while we wait. Just put them over there for now. You know, I think there's some old phaser rifles in there. Might come in handy against those creatures.
Cool.
There are rifles in that crate. We should show the survivors how to shoot them. I'll set up some targets while you get ready.
Okay, so...
A phaser? I've never shot one of these before.
Wait,
things...
you want me to shoot this?
Weapons by pressing Z.
Oh, I see. I'm not really interested in what that tutorial was talking about. Alright, so...
The targets are ready, Lieutenant. Let the survivors start shooting and give them some pointers.
Your weapon has an alternate fire mode. The effect of this mode varies by weapon. Activate secondary fire
I get
by
it.
pressing
That gives me a lot
two
more
or
control.
clicking the icon.
He's talking about this right here. Which, by the way, this is different
thanks.
depending on what
That feels a lot better.
class you're playing. So if you're playing a... that is one of my favorite things about the game. Is
Remember, your weapon has an alternate fire mode. The effect of this mode varies by
different
weapon.
different classes
secondary
get
fire
different
by pressing 2
missions.
or clicking the
They're right
icon.
behind
So
me.
if you're an engineering player, you might do something that's got to do with reversing, I don't know, doing something with a warp core or whatever. If you're a scientist, you might reverse the polarity on
The
something.
Taurians are attacking.
Or distribute medicine or something. But as a tactical character, you're going to have a lot more combat-oriented missions. I like how we just showed these guys how to use rifles, and they're like, yeah, no, we're going to go punch these big dudes.
We need to get these people to safety, Lieutenant. The Taurians will be back, and in greater numbers.
Star Wars reference.
Into the ship? But then we'll be trapped.
And then there's these that just sort of sat there while the Taurians attacked. Always fun.
Retreat to the ship? With pleasure!
I would love if they had an Enterprise era. It's actually kind of like the Enterprise aesthetic.
We've held them off so
very
far because
tactile.
they're scared of our weapons. But I don't think that'll last much longer. We've got to fall back to the wreckage. I might have an idea. Shut the doors! They're right behind us!
Oh, there you go. I like that you don't have to click things. You've got hotkeys you can use to interact.
Okay. Last time I was here, Commander Scott, electrified the hull of our shuttle. That drove the Taurians off when they tried to break in. Think we can
Also,
pull
I just
something like
realized
that
y'all
off
can
here?
hear me taking a swig of my drink. That's my bad. Which is weird, because I've got the input volume set to where, like, you can't hear anything. You can barely hear consonants. Ah! You fucked. Anyhow, if you're enjoying this, be sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to stick around and watch some more of my content. I'm trying to get up to 3,000 watch hours and 500 subs, so I can do a little monetization.
You did it! Lieutenant, it worked!
But
Bless you,
even if you
Scotty,
don't enjoy
wherever
it,
you are.
leave a comment. Tell me
I
my
think
voice
we owe
sounds
you
fat.
a very nice
You
bottle
know,
of scotch.
whatever. It's cool with me, man. Engagement is engagement.
The Taurians ambushed us. I managed to escape, but the others... They've been taken. We've got to do something, and fast!
I was thinking, we can use our tricorders to track
dangerous.
residual heat signatures left by the Taurians.
Alright. We're going to scan the heat signature. But I'm enjoying this well enough so far. One thing this tutorial doesn't tell you is you can actually kneel and get slightly better results on your attack rolls. Which I actually really like that. Like, most games... Well, maybe most games still do have stance and stuff like that, but... This was one of the first games to really lean into that sort of thing.
Lieutenant! We're over here! Help!
Alrighty.
Thanks for coming back for us, sir. We owe you one. Pretty sure those things were gonna have us for dinner.
Not on my watch. Alright, let's get back to the shipwreck.
Fascinating. The Taurians appear to be in a late Stone Age state of development.
Now isn't the best time for an anthropology lecture, Skial.
Am I seeing things? Because those guys picking through the wreckage sure look like Klingons. Just what are the Klingons doing on Taurus 2?
Enemy target on
By find out, I guess we mean
Looks like they're not in the mood for
let's shoot
questions,
them
Lieutenant.
a lot.
Drop items. An item has dropped for you. Move toward the item
Good
and
heavens.
press F to loot it.
Take.
Hey, is that a Klingon pad? Bring it to me. I have some experience decrypting Klingon data. Huh. My little sister's diary was harder to decrypt. Sure, Klingons are good at fighting, but computers aren't exactly their strong suit. And voila! One Klingon pad unlocked and ready for your inspection.
I do enjoy Tarsi. Nice work, Ensign. Let's have a look.
Captain Core, your
Oh.
plan has worked perfectly,
A
sir.
proper legend.
Many ships have fallen into our trap. We've snared a few merchant ships and a Starfleet science vessel so far. You'll be pleased to hear that we're picking up a Federation cruiser on long-range sensors. Constitution class. Time to hunt bigger game. Glory to the Empire!
Nice. Alright, so we got Core.
Looks like the Klingons are
Rooting
using
around.
both guile and brute force here, Lieutenant. A pretty potent combination. The captain's definitely gonna want to hear about this.
Core's one of the big three from the original series. Alright. Ow.
Let's get back to the shuttle before more of them show up.
And here are more of them. Alrighty. Here's another fun thing you can do. Is this button right here? This button right here is melee, and there are melee weapons in the game that you can get. It's pretty awesome. Loop on down.
We're ready to go when you are. Hope this thing's got enough fuel to get us back to the ship.
That
Are
makes
you
two of
ready
us.
to board the shuttle, Lieutenant?
Yep.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Hey, we level up again. I think you end up getting enough XP to be a commander by the time you get out of this. And the cool thing about this era is there are things you can do with your ship. We'll probably do some more of that. See where we're at right now. 30 minutes. A long episode. But part of that'll be taken away by cutting.
We made it. Never thought I'd be so happy to see a shuttle bay. I admit I had my doubts in the beginning. Didn't think I'd hold it together down there. Every time I heard those things roar. But here I am. Thanks for believing in me.
Oh no!
Bridge to shuttle bay. Please respond.
Guess we gotta go see what he wants. I assume it has something to do with our visitors.
We have some uninvited guests, Lieutenant. We've been boarded. The Klingons have breached the hull on the engineering deck and blocked our access. Since I can't send security in, I need you to secure the deck.
Recommendations?
Start with the engineering lab. We need to bring our plasma relays back online. After that, secure the armory and main engineering.
Yeah, we got it taken care of. That being said, I feel like this is going to make a good second episode, so we're going to go ahead and cut it here. So far, I'm enjoying the game. If you're just here for one video and you're looking for a recommendation, I would say if you're looking for an MMO period, this is probably not the vibe. If you're looking for a Star Trek MMO, this is the only vibe, and it's worth a shot. And it's not just worth a shot because it's the only Star Trek MMO, or really Star Trek game out there at the current time. It's fun. It's got some inventive ideas, at least inventive for the time, and you've got a lot of customization options in there. We may pop into a older character I have in the future. But anyhow, like I said, my recommendation is if you're just looking for an MMO in general, it's probably not the vibe. But if you're looking for something Star Trek, it's a good place to get that itch scratched. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all watching. I've been Steel Walrus. You've been awesome. Hopefully I'll catch you again in the future. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment if you have any thoughts or any takeaways on this. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Alright, peace out.